Oh, shit.
We have a potential 600 in progress for most of each. Subject is 25 and appears to have shit his pants.
Get back here. You ready, my boy? Yeah. Am I using my son for clickbait? Absolutely. Who do you think gets the money? This handsome boy. You're worth it. I love you. And what am I doing? Call to action. Like, subscribe. Just do it. Come on. What are you waiting for? Ha ha. Did I make you ha ha? Then subscribe, you son of a... Hey, no cussing in the first. Marlo, my son, don't do what I've done. What else? Tour dates. I'm all over the place. I don't know when this comes out. Just go to craigconant.com. I'm tired of saying these cities. I get silly by the end of them anyway. Like West Nyack. I What's up, buddy? And I'm off to Europe, Moon Tower. Get your tickets, craigconant.com, punchuplive.com. What? Oh, you're making faces at me? You can't distract me.
Sorry.
Right? Chris is going like that. I'm like, what? It gets me, not my son. I'm like, goo goo gaga. Today we have on the great and powerful, what am I, Joe Rogan? I wish, $100 million deals. Yeah, I'm my own man. I got my own empire. $50,000. Dean Delray's the homie. I know him a long time. Good dude, good comic. Check him out on this episode. Check out his podcast, his special, DeanDelray.com. And this is my boy. I got to tend to fathering duties. I got to audition. I'm so tired. I just want to smoke dope and do nothing. Got to wipe his ass and remember lines. Life is hard. Go get it, boys. If I could do it, you could do it. I smoke meth. Remember that. Hey, son, I'm just joking. Don't say nothing. Yeah, just joking, child services. All right, I'm funny. Satire. Jokes. No serious. Bye-bye. I love you. Rate, review, like, subscribe for my boy. We'll start like...
I'm the same way, dude.
Now, because then you never know the organics.
Yeah.
The behind the scenes.
Yeah, look at Gertie chilling at the show.
You do have a good Frenchie. The rest are retarded.
Dude, yeah. I say I got one of the good ones where both the eyes are on the front of the head.
Yeah. Because my neighbor's got the...
I don't got the Down syndrome Frenchie. With the side eye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking...
Yeah, it's like, can you breathe? Are you barking? What happened?
Yeah, I got lucky, man. I got this girl during COVID, and she was a lifesaver. I mean, I tell you what, I fucking love this dog, and I've never loved anything.
Animals are different. They save your little soul. He's got a cat. I got 4 cats.
Yeah, you got 4 cats.
No big deal.
No, but I mean... You're always on the road.
I need help.
They're just like, look at this house we got. They got the biggest cat house ever. Right? They're like, oh, check our crib out. They're inviting other cats over.
They do.
He's gone. Like when the parents are gone, you have the kegger.
They found tuna under the bed. Who put that there?
Dude, did you ever go to keggers when you were young at someone's house and the house just got trashed?
Oh, my God.
I mean, trashed.
I was the one trashing
Same here, dude. You don't have to tell me. You're stealing stuff like pills and toothpaste.
It's from your own mom.
Yeah. You're going through finding the dad's fucking, belts and stuff.
Yeah.
Look at this guy's 70s belts.
Look at these bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah, find little... my dad had an M80 gun. It was an agricultural gun. It shot, like a flare gun.
Yeah, yep.
But it shot M80s.
Wow.
It was for farmers to shoot into pest areas to get the birds to shoot.
Oh, wow.
And my dad's not a farmer, but we had one of those, so I was always playing with it and shooting M80s.
Dude, I fucking love fireworks, even right now. But illegal ones.
I know.
I don't care about if they
You know who you're talking to?
I don't care if they shoot in the sky.
Yeah.
I like shit that blows up. Total Beavis and Butthead.
I got you, bro.
Yeah.
I got some in the garage.
Dude, when I was young, man, you'd flush them just like you see on a movie, flush them down the toilet at school, and they just blows the pipes out.
Oh, my God. I never did that. My dad did tell me about it. He said, don't do it, though. It causes a lot of plumbing damage, and you feel real bad afterwards.
Oh, my God. I remember throwing one. They had M80. They had M100.
And then 1,000.
Yeah, like, and that's like a half a stick of dynamite. And I remember we threw it in the river and it blew up, and you saw carp just go flying up in the air. Carp, you know that fish?
Yeah.
Yeah, just.
I've watched Crocodile Dundee. That's how he fishes.
Fuck yeah.
It's illegal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's my whole claim to fame is my first viral stand-up story is about throwing firecrackers at police officers on horses, which is a true story.
I remember that bit, yeah.
Made 3 local newspapers and my mama cried, but it led me to sobriety and stand-up.
Yeah.
And I would go to Nevada and smuggle fireworks back and sell them on the street.
I would go, so I grew up in the Bay Area and lived in San Francisco, and you go down to Chinatown.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I can't even tell you what the 70s were like in Chinatown. So you'd go down there, and there'd be these guys in the alley.
Yeah.
And they go, firework?
Yeah.
Firework?
Yeah.
And you go, yeah. And they would go into this door, and then they'd come out, and they'd hand you a brown paper bag, a grocery bag, and it would have the brick.
Yeah.
And so, you know, thunder bombs were the ones back then.
That's what I got.
Yeah. And then, so it was it was like when you get a full slab of Lebanese black hash back in the day.
This guy's out. He's out partying me. I only had Moroccan hash.
This is
I never had that good Lebanese
dude.
shit.
That was the shit. Dude, it came with a stamp on it from Lebanon.
Yeah.
They traded weapons for that
That's
shit, you
good
know?
shit.
But the fireworks
That
would
war
have...
on terror dope right there.
That's what it was.
yeah.
It was border dope.
Yeah.
A lot of drugs, man, in the 70s. But then they would give you this bag. You'd give them I think it was like $10. Then you'd go to school and you'd sell a pack for $1.
Yeah.
And there was 50 packs in a
Are
brick
we
or
the
something.
same?
Yeah.
You just did it before me.
That's it, dude. I mean, dirt bags pass on the hustle to other dirt bags.
Good dirt bags.
Good dirt
There's
bags.
bad dirt bags. We're good.
No,
dirt
this is the
bags.
good
There's
dirt bag.
firecrackers. We're not selling heroin here.
No, this is just
Fun.
Single mom. There's no money in the household. You got to hustle.
And you watch yourself. And
That's
you
it.
get creative.
That's it. Latchkey, I guess they call it some
Yeah.
shit now. Back then, I just called it poor and divorced.
Yeah.
There's no latchkey. Sounds fancy.
Yeah. They were like, where's the parents?
That's fucking thing. There was 0 parents around on my
Nobody
block.
watched kids.
Fuck no.
That's what they don't understand. Like, how did you do all this? There's nobody there. Who's
Nobody.
going to stop us?
Yeah, it was BMX bike and fucking friends. And
Yeah.
that's all you needed. It was like an episode of E.T.
I'm so happy that the internet entered my life later.
Totally.
Because I played with firecrackers. I sold firecrackers. I didn't go to China. We went to Chinatown sometimes, but it's actually in L.A. It's it's the Mexican area.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just go there. They're on the sidewalk. I got videos of that shit. As well as you just go to Nevada to Pahrump, the Indian reservation.
Yeah.
And then it's like commando. They turn the wall just... stuff. I literally start hyperventilating in there. I go, me and my buddy, we got 755 pounds of firework, and that was the year the firecracker thing happened.
Yeah.
Because we used to just stock up and sell them. The markup was insane. Wholesale back then. Get a pack of Roman candles for $2-3, sell them for 20. Come on now.
You made a lot of money, man.
Yeah.
You made a lot of money at school.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just meet me at my locker.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's gangster shit. You got illegal fireworks. The
At
guy next to
school.
you is selling joints.
Yeah.
Hand rolled joints.
Yeah.
And you're just taking the fucking lunch money.
In high school, I was a one-stop shop. You get weed and firecrackers.
Yeah.
I was the man.
Yeah,
I
man.
was the man.
I only went to school to make money.
Yeah. I'd sell Playboys too. My dad would
Oh, yeah.
give me Playboys. I'd steal them, actually. Might have gave me one. I stole about 20.
You know,
Cut
it's
out
funny.
pictures, sell
I
'em,
never
you know.
stole. I stole one thing in my life. I stole a guitar pedal. It was a Boss Phaser, and I stole it from the music store. It was in the window, and it was a store I went to all the time too. So I felt
felt
extra
real
shitty.
bad, yeah.
So I put it in this planter. My mom had a fake plant. I pulled it out and I put it in there, and I didn't want her to find it because we didn't have money. So she'd be like, "Oh, you stole this,"
Yeah.
or whatever. And I felt so awful. I took it back. When they weren't looking, I slipped it into the fucking
Yeah.
back in there like a week later.
do.
And I never stole again, man.
Every story you have, I have. I stole a bubbler off my buddy's bong shop.
Yeah.
And I walked out with it and I felt bad. I went, I took this. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
You
I don't
feel
have it in
awful.
me. You do.
I felt awful, man.
I really was never a thief unless it was to corporate conglomerates.
Well,
and
then
even
that's
then
no
I
problem.
got caught and I still felt awful. It's a bad feeling.
Yeah.
I stole like fun stuff from my father, like weed and firecrackers.
That's
that
different.
doesn't count.
Yeah. You know what?
It's my dad.
I was trying. My mom passed away a couple of years ago, you know, and I'm trying to work this bit. I'm trying to get to a level of comedy where I can talk about my mom's passing without falling apart on stage.
Yeah.
You know, like Stanhope has one of the greatest jokes ever on one of his specials that still blows my mind to this day, where he's talking about his mom has cancer and, you know, and she's doing dope or whatever. And it's basically a credit card scam joke at the end of it. And I'm like, that's one of the fucking best jokes I've ever seen.
I gotta watch that.
Oh
'cause I
my
love
God. So I'm working this bit where I'm, you know, when you're young, you take some money out of your mom's purse to go to the arcade or whatever. And you know, she knows, you know.
I never did that. My mom was so sweet and generous that she would just give it to me. But my dad is another story.
Right.
That's why I'm selling stuff. That cheapskate.
But
I
when
love
she-
you, Dad. Just joking. Don't listen to this.
When she passed, you know, it's just me. There's no one left in the family. Like, I'm orphaned now. You know, after about a week, I'm going through her stuff. I'm just like, I'm totally fucking, I feel awful. Like, I'm in her house in Florida. There's no one around. It's just me.
Yeah.
I mean, there couldn't be any lower time in my life. Absolutely. And then I saw her wallet, you know, and I opened it up and I was like, oh, this feels like the old day. And you know what I mean? So I'm trying to work this bit like, well, she's not going to really need it, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it felt like stealing.
Yeah.
Still, like she's looking at me like, really? You're going to the arcade again? I'm trying to figure out how to do the bit. You know,
could you
you're
do
going to the
that?
arcade after I die.
You can't steal from the dead.
Man, I know, but it's crazy though, you know?
How would you fix that? I love workshopping bits. It's my favorite.
It is, me too.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
You'd be like, doesn't... What could it... Hang on. She has arthritis. She can't go to the arcade. Spitballing here.
She's dead, Craig.
She can't play X.
She's dead. Those jokes don't work. That's if she's still alive. Like, she's in a coma. She can't go to the arcade.
That's a good bit. I love the dark shit. I got all that stuff.
Dude, I remember Patton Oswalt told me the greatest piece of advice was great. He's like, don't have your whole set to be edgy because then there's no edge.
That's true.
Which is great. So just have one really potent, edgy joke.
You have
know,
to
or two.
sprinkle it in
Yeah.
too much. It's got to be salt and pepper, not meat and potatoes. Because I got a bunch of gangster cousins and prison jokes, and you could get one or two or three. But the moment you exceed that, the audience goes, "Okay, man, this is real sad. They're in prison."
Yeah. I know people, like, I got diabetes, and I bring it up. I go, I got diabetes, you know, and the audience goes quiet, and I go, oh, too real for you guys because
I have it.
Yeah, everybody out there's like, so do I. You know what I mean? But it's
it changes the energy.
it's a fucking art form, man.
Let's talk about that. You beat that shit. This fool, used to be a little chubby. I'm sorry.
Fat Dean.
Yeah, Fat Dean. I met Fat Dean. He met Trader Joe's Craig, and I met Fat Dean, and we both blossomed.
How long you been doing comedy?
About 12 years solid now.
Yeah, I'm 15, so I remember seeing you back when we, started.
Yeah.
And
15 technically, but the first 3 years I did Second City and improv and sketch, so I kind of don't count that.
Yeah.
And then when I was getting sober, that's when I put my whole life into stand-up and haven't really touched improv and sketch since. But 12 years hard work at stand-up.
Yeah.
But before that, I was, dipping my toe in the water, so to speak.
I never dipped the toe in. Once I stepped on the patio at the Comedy Store and did the potluck open mic.
You're like, this is home.
I was like, oh, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I was 44 years old.
Yeah.
And fat.
Yeah.
With a fucking mustache.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. And
You did it right though, because you look better now. I look better now than when I was a drug addict 15 years ago. That's crazy. Clean it up, folks. No sugar.
yeah. Yeah. Did you quit sugar?
No, I wish.
Yeah.
That's my last devil.
Dude, I want sugar every day.
Yeah.
But I like doing stand-up more than sugar.
Yeah.
So that's just the
He
truth.
completely changed it. He quit sugar. He
Yeah.
fixed his back. You got your diabetes under control.
Yeah, I fixed my back. Rogan helped me with that. I got ran over by a meth head on my motorcycle. This fucking lady carjacked an Escalade, got on the highway on the 110 by Dodger Stadium, just, and I was just riding my motorcycle, and all of a sudden I was like flying down the freeway like a
Jesus.
fucking rocket.
Fuck.
Full blown. She hit me doing 70. I should be dead.
Oh my God. I didn't know the full extent of it.
Fuck yeah.
Holy shit.
Here's the crazy part. I was sliding down the highway. She was coming right at me to run me over, and her tire fell off, and she fucking spun like an episode of Chips and just took out all the cars on the highway.
Was she in prison?
No, she got out and ran. She got away.
Fucking
Fuck.
tweakers.
Oh, tweaker.
Jesus.
Yeah.
The tenacity.
Yeah.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
She outlasted the Escalade. What the fuck?
Fucking crazy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I had broke ribs, dislocated shoulder, smashed ankle. And then later is when my neck fucking collapsed from it, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I got x-rays, but I didn't get an MRI because I didn't hit my head or anything. And then like a year later, I just collapsed in an Albertsons.
Yeah.
Thought I had a stroke.
Yeah.
And one of my discs popped out of my fucking neck. And I guess when they pop out, they're like a glazed donut. They squirt juice to kind of shut your body down.
Yeah.
And I just collapsed in Albertsons, and the guy comes over. He's like, "Whoa, dude, you just collapsed." Because I was like, "What happened?"
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, I had to get neck surgery. And
That's
then
a terrible feeling. I've been knocked out. You wake up and that's all you say. What happened?
totally, yeah. Everybody's looking at you like
What
with
happened?
the fear of God. Like, whoa!
I
It wasn't
feel
like you were
fine.
doing whippets.
Yeah.
I just collapsed.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Wow.
Yep.
Damn, you're doing the damn thing.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to you for healing through all that. Holy shit.
It was brutal, dude. Burr was coming over with these bags of T-shirts because my body was just oozing fucking blood and, you know, because my whole back skin was gone.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I wore a leather, but it slid up on the highway and
Oh, fuck.
road rash, man.
God damn.
And so he'd bring me these T-shirts over and I'd wear them for like 2 hours and then I'd peel it off and throw it away.
Holy shit.
It was fucking, I went and did a set at the store. I go, oh God, I can't miss my set because,
A real comic right there.
yeah, I go, I don't,
He's bleeding.
it's in the main room. I need the money, you know?
Why are they all scared of me? Just blood.
Dude, this is the funniest. I'm on these painkillers, the fiercest ones. And I'm on stage and I'm just like, I got ran over on my motorcycle. And I lifted the shirt up and the whole audience goes, you think talking about dead moms
Yeah.
quiets the audience. They went like this.
Yeah.
And after I got off, I remember Red Band and his girlfriend were in the back, and Red Band's girlfriend goes, God, that's the best set I've ever seen him do. And he goes, yeah, because he's all fucked up on pills. Like, you're just on
Doesn't
pills.
give no
fear.
fucks. I was dead last week. I'm back.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
I'm over here and be like, I got a strawberry from sliding in baseball one time.
It was pretty brutal.
That's why motorcycles, fuck all that. You quit, thank God.
Well, I rode after that.
You stinker.
Just because I didn't have any money really to like get a car, insurance, and drive everywhere. Where on the bike, I already owned it. And well, that bike was destroyed. I got another bike. And I can ride to the gigs real quick.
Yeah.
And not miss any gigs in the traffic. So I was on it. But after a while, I was like, when I got the neck surgery, they go, you can't wear a helmet anymore or backpack because you don't want to fuck with your,
Yeah.
your disc.
Sweet Jesus.
And that was it, you know. But I do ride. Burr and I ride like 3-4 times a year when we're on the road
like
somewhere.
open highway, not
Yeah,
so
like-
trafficky.
yeah,
You can-
Denver.
No tweakers.
Yeah.
Downtown LA. I try to warn kids, don't go down there.
Fuck
you
no.
see what happens.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, open highway. That's how I always saw it. I've ridden one motorcycle like 1-2 times. I could get into it in an open highway. But every horror story I've ever heard, every friend always has something like that.
Yeah,
Always.
I made it
Brady,
32
he was
years.
in the hospital. We had to visit him. He was almost dead. Young, big, strong man. Not when the lady hits you in a Range Rover. She wasn't a tweaker. She was a woman. No, that's a
Yeah.
bad joke. I'm just kidding.
Well,
Bad driver.
I made it 32 years. No,
None.
no.
But that's my point. There's
But
always
eventually-
one.
Yeah, eventually.
This
They
is
don't
what-
say, it's not if, it's when,
Yeah.
you know?
And yeah, I'm just scared. I live dangerously enough in other areas. I don't need to add a motorcycle to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh Jesus.
How about drugs and motorcycles?
You did both?
Back in the day when I was doing drugs,
That's when it's fun.
Dude, you're up all night. You're riding home, hallucinating.
Oh,
Whoa,
Jesus.
what the fuck was that? You know?
Ghost Rider.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Before Nick Cage did it, I was
Yeah.
fucking. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that's
shit's
fucking
crazy.
Where'd you start? Where's your first spot?
I'm born and raised Los Angeles, so right here I did Bliss Art House Cafe on Fountain and Vine.
Yeah.
And it was like a AA meeting, and this was not a good AA.
Oh, I know that place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was AA meeting, then an open mic.
Yeah.
It was a hotbed of mental illness.
Everybody used to do that.
Yeah.
Matt Taylor would book it, I think. Like he would
Yeah.
book a night there, remember?
Yeah.
He would actually do a night there.
Of course he would.
Yeah, of course.
This fucking coffee shop cafe, the guy's slanging Heinekens and cups under the table.
Yeah.
I was drinking at that time. I was like, Martini.
Not so sober,
Yeah.
open mic.
Yeah.
AA.
That shit was good though. I got one laugh and it was a wrap. I did the Second City for 3 years because I was scared of stand up, and then after that I met Grant Lyon, and he basically said in kind words like, "Stop being a pussy, go do it." Because you know the guys that always ask questions in the beginning. That was me. And then thank God I listened. I was like, "You're right." And then the moment I made the switch, I almost never touched improv and sketch again. And stand up, eat, live, and breathe that shit. It's all I care about. It's the best.
That's it for me, man.
Save my soul, baby.
I'm fucking 59, dude.
Looking good. You healed. You did
Yeah.
that. Fuck.
I lost
When was
40
the crash?
pounds. What?
What? How old were you when you crashed?
That was like 8 years ago now.
Damn.
Yeah.
51 healing from all that.
Yeah.
No, I seen the transformation. That shit's wild.
Yeah, I was fucking fat, man. But you know what? I like when people go like, I never really looked at you as a fat person. You know what I mean?
You weren't fat. You were like plump.
But when you see the photos now, you go,
Yeah,
whoa, I was
whoa,
fucking
okay, maybe
fat.
you were.
Yeah, I'm like 5'6". I'm a
half
short
Mexican.
dude.
We got some linebackers. So
Yeah.
like, there's different levels to everything.
Well, yeah, you got America fat, which is real big.
Wow, that's obese.
Yeah,
We do it different over here. I was just traveling abroad and I did Australia. Nobody's fat over there, dude.
No, fuck no.
I swear to God, I saw 2 fat people.
Yep. No chemicals in the food except in America.
Yeah.
There's no Roundup in the soil
Yeah.
giving you cancer. There's no red dye in number 1000.
No.
Any of that shit.
Yeah, I may speak about that all day, but don't you find it funny that we got Roundup, Monsanto, whatever, those devils got caught with glyphosate, giving us cancer, paid out billions of dollars, and it's still being used.
You walk into Home Depot and the whole front of Home Depot is cases of Roundup.
Yeah.
It's just cases of cancer.
They are guilty. It's not even a conspiracy. They're done.
Yeah.
And they still sell it. How does that make sense?
That and cigarettes, dude. I don't get it. You came out with cigarettes right now, you'd go, oh, here it is. You just light this thing and you inhale smoke. They'd be like, are you fucking crazy? But, but nope. Go ahead.
Well, I
and
just
get it.
learned a new thing about cigarettes. It's not, tobacco traditionally isn't that bad for you.
No.
they spray it with 400 chemicals and
Yeah.
fiberglass and this and that, and then it's bad for you.
Also, they made it so you get addicted real quick now. When I smoked in the 80s, it would take months before
Yeah.
you were hooked. Now, it's 2 or 3 cigarettes, and you're like, dude, you got to smoke?
Yeah.
Fucking crooked face.
Dude, these fucking... And they always... Like raviolis, if you look at the can in the 80s, 90s, it's like 5 ingredients, and now it's a list this long, and people are like, it's the same. It's not. It's fucking not.
No, the logo's the
It
same.
had onion. Now it has onion flavor number 5. That's
Yeah.
not onion. Yeah, patent motherfucker.
We're fucked, man. That's why you got to get out there and do what you've always wanted to do. Something. Don't be afraid. Like I started comedy at 44, and everybody out there, I tell people that. The only reason I tell it is I want to give people inspiration to just go do something you've always wanted to do. Because, man, we could be dead in a year, you know?
Damn, we are the same. Mine's the same thing, but with drugs. Because when I was a knucklehead on pills and powders and alcohol, you never think you could get out.
No.
And then you do, and you're like, hey, guys, you can get out.
Yeah.
You can look at this shit.
Yeah.
I know I still renting, but next time we're owning.
Yeah.
But I preach. I started in a studio apartment, no kitchen, no parking, no laundry, no fucking shit, bro.
Same here.
With no camera, the first podcast, then a GoPro, then an iPhone,
Yeah.
and now we got a $4,000 Sony.
Yeah.
Come on, baby, you could go get it.
I've been podcasting 12 years. 800, coming up on the 800th episode in a few weeks.
That's amazing.
And I booked all the guests myself. I edited it myself.
Now that's crazy.
I
got my guy.
It's awful.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Fuck that. I would quit.
Yeah. But, I had AC/DC on.
Yeah, I've seen.
I named the podcast after them.
Yeah.
Let the Be Talk. And
Yeah.
So, you just keep going and you keep grinding. As long as you love what you're doing, it doesn't fucking matter at all. Nothing matters. As long as you love what you're doing.
Yeah. No, I know. I have my tour schedule is insane, and the only way I survive it is because I love it. These motherfuckers, as soon as you start selling a ticket, they burn you at both ends.
I seen it, dude. I seen it with Matt Rife and
Bro.
Shane Gillis and you. They're like, here's your tour. And you're like, wait a minute.
When do I sleep?
That's 840 days in 1 year of 364 days in a year. Yeah, you're going to do 4 a night. I bought a new cabin out in Palm Springs.
Yeah.
And I need to pay for this, Craig. So get your ass out there. And meanwhile, you're like, well, wait, where's all my money? Well,
Yeah.
I'm renting. You
Yeah.
got 4 houses? Yeah, fuck, man. It's a real deal. But when you get to selling tickets, man, what a fucking dream, because I've been trying to get there and I know how hard it is to sell tickets. It's almost impossible. Either you're the club comic like me, and a lot of club comics where they paper the room and you could sell like 1 or 2 nights, no problem.
Yeah.
But the 5 shows.
Yeah, that's the next level.
And then you get to the next level where all 5 are sold out. And then you get to the theater. It's an absolute dream, not to be a star, but to be able to show up and go, these people are here for me. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. It's a dream come true. And I've touched a few theaters.
Yeah.
Like Sacramento, I sold out the Crest. That
Yeah.
was crazy. You're like, whoa, this is gnarly.
Yeah.
First time here, I sold 12 tickets.
Yeah.
Now it's 1,200. And that leap, what you just said, is all true. From the one-nighter to the full weekend to now, you're like, okay, do I go to theaters? Because that's different.
Yeah.
You got to rent the theater out. That shit costs $30,000. You're in the hole already.
Already?
The clubs, it's not that. It's
Yeah.
the system set up. So it's like gnarly. And then you're like, oh, I'm going to go to Europe. Like, it's crazy. Speaking of working me to death, so it was Australia and then Europe. I had 1 weekend off in between. They're like, let's give them San Jose and Irvine.
I saw that.
And I'm like,
I was like, didn't he just fly home? First of all, listen, I've been to Japan. You fly to
dying.
Japan. You fly to Australia. It's not a Europe flight like to London. It's,
24 hours.
24 hours.
Fucking hours in an airplane.
And you're so fucking upside down when you get back. I always like when people go, oh, I'm jet lagged. And I go, oh, yeah, where were you? Australia? No, I was in Arizona for the weekend. I go, get the fuck out of here. That's not jet lag. Jet lag is when you wake up at fucking 3 a.m. and you're wide awake.
you're like, what
And you
happened?
fall asleep at like noon. You
Yeah.
can't stay up. You're like, oh, God, I got to stay up. You know what I mean? You're upside down.
I always say yes because you see the dollar signs. You go,
course.
oh my God. And then you start doing it. And you're like, I'm dying. I'm dying.
Oh, yeah,
You're just
man.
crying on the airplane by yourself.
It's true. It's true.
It's like you're not watching a movie, Craig. You're just weeping at the wall.
Yeah, and how old are you?
I'm 40.
Yeah, imagine me, 59. I have to go do. Dude, I did a weekend a couple weeks ago. I just said yes, and I wasn't looking, and it was 6 shows. And I go, wait, I only do 4 usually. And so I'm doing 6 shows in a weekend, and I'm going like, what the fuck?
It's really hard.
Oh, it is hard because you want to be good.
Yeah.
You're not just going there going, hey, guys, and running through some fucking act, you know?
Yeah.
You're performing at the highest level you can do because you want to give your fans, you
Yeah,
know, a
always.
great show. You don't walk out going like, man, that wasn't very
Yeah.
good, you know? So, yeah, people are always like, what are you doing after the show? I go, I'm going to bed, man.
Yeah.
I just did 2 1 hours.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Dude, yeah, 2 shows, 2 meet and greets, slinging my merch.
yeah,
shaking-
photos with
yeah.
the fucking Gorilla Grip dudes.
There's always one.
I'm a fucking Delray.
Stop slapping my back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We just did a clip. I got fucking molested in Melbourne by 2 dudes. I never been groped in my life.
Wow.
Melbourne, early show, late show. One guy cupped the balls, one guy cupped my ass. I slapped them both in the back of the head. We clipped it up yesterday.
Wow.
Unbelievable. I was like, never in my existence.
Yeah.
And then Melbourne, 2 for 2.
Yeah.
That was the whole joke. I'm like, you need to be a woman.
Dude, I tell them when I finish the show, I go, hey, thanks for coming out. I'll meet you guys over there and I'll take photos. Do not touch me. Because I had neck surgery. And they don't understand how boozed up they are.
Oh, yeah.
So they come steamrolling at you and they're fired up, you know. Listen to your
Yeah,
podcast for 12 years and they go, wow, fuck yeah.
Handshake, arms length,
Yeah,
arms
yeah.
length. Stay
Yeah,
over
yeah.
there.
And I'm
Stay
like,
over there, sir.
I go, my neck. This surgery costs 20 grand. Get back.
I'm gonna lie.
My neck. Yeah.
My neck's down here. Don't touch
My balls. Hi, Gertie. Oh, here comes Gertie. She wants to join.
Gertie, you want to join the camera?
Come here.
Look at that cute doggy.
Gertie absolutely loves stealing the show.
Yeah, cutie. Yeah, boy, back to animals. They save your life.
Dude.
I got my cat, and I never was a cat guy. He knocked on my door and came into my life organically like that. And then all of a sudden, you're like, oh, my God, this is the best Prozac I've ever had in my life.
Oh,
You know,
right?
God, just love. Just unconditional love.
Yep.
And be nice to your animals, you stinkers. I see you abusers out there.
Did you see my trailer for my special?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I recall
It's in the
again.
cave.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was cool. Oh yeah, let's talk about Bill Burr, our mutual friend. How awesome is that guy? He opened for you on your special.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy he is. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
You know, well,
He doesn't have to do that shit.
fuck no.
He's the man.
I met him 14 years ago, Comedy Store hallway. And it was, I think, you know, I didn't know who he was because I'd only been a year into comedy. And he wasn't the mega Bill Burr
Yeah.
that he is now. And I'd been on the road with Jay Davis like the weekend before. We were in Arizona doing a private for NASCAR.
Nice. Or
Yeah.
not nice. How'd that go?
Well, you know, it's NASCAR. I had fun, but the host said something, you know, he thought he was going to get away with some racist thing, you know, and man, the crowd went at him and I had to go on right. He ran. He's like, all right, Dean Delray. And I was like, hey, dude, fix your shit up there. You
I ain't going up. You
You're
fix
throwing
it.
racist shit out.
You threw bombs out. You clean up your mess.
You got to fix that. So I'm staying in this hotel with Jay, and Jay's like, well, who's like your favorite comedian? I go, oh, I fucking love Norm Macdonald, man. And
I was watching his bit on Germany last night.
so great.
Such a good bit.
The best. And so I go, who's yours? And he goes, Bill Burr. And I go, Bill Burr, who's that? So he whipped up the Philly rant.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm watching this,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking awesome. And then we come home from the weekend, and I go to the potluck on Monday night at the store, and Bill walks in. He's going to pop in on the potluck.
Yeah.
Potluck. And I go, oh, hey, man, I just saw your video, the Philly rant. He's like, oh, yeah, whew, man. And we started talking, and then next thing you know, we hit it off over AC/DC.
Yeah.
You know, and we were talking for, about an hour. And from that day on, we became great friends. And, all the way through, he's just been the best human to me and an incredible friend and a massive mentor. And, when I was going to shoot the special, I was going to do it at Acme or the Cave. And I talked to Bill about it. I go, yeah, Acme or the Cave. And he goes, oh, no, dude, you got to do the Cave.
Yeah, it's so original.
Everything you do is different. You're into outside the box shit. I can't really do the Cave. Like, it holds 1,200.
Yeah.
And it's in the middle of fucking Tennessee. It's not in Nashville where I could sell maybe 200-300 tickets.
Yeah.
And he goes, fuck that. Book it. Book 2 shows. I'll host it. And we'll sell them out.
That's what I mean. This guy, like, he's like that.
And I was like, oh my God. And at one point, when I went on stage, if you look at the trailer, I go, I've been doing comedy for 15 years. I choke up and almost start crying because it was like, wow, man. And Bill was a huge, he had a huge thing to do with that. And taking me on the road, getting me used to arenas and shit.
Yeah.
And, it's great to have not just the spots or whatever, but a great friend my age in Los Angeles. We're the same age, and he goes through shit. I go through shit. And we,
And mushrooms help?
Yeah, and I got him turned him on to some mushrooms.
Did you give him the colors?
No, I give him just the organic, raw mushrooms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, yeah, man, he's been...
I'll never forget this. When I was first starting out doing open mics, I was doing Bob's Espresso Bar in North Hollywood open mic, and Bill Burr dropped in, and you opened for him at the open mic. It was just so funny because he's like, we're going up. Put Dean up first. You pulled up on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
We're all sitting Indian style.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's so funny.
I'll tell you that story. So the guy that owned that was one of my favorite actors of all time, Bob Romanus from Fast Times. Yeah.
Holy shit.
He's the famous actor on Fast Times he's the ticket scalper, and he's the star of Fast Times other than Sean Penn as Spicoli. So, I've loved this film. I'm 59. I grew up with Fast Times. It is the iconic teenage movie of my time.
Spicoli, baby.
Spicoli,
Come on.
dude, totally. Dude,
I was influenced.
I was Spicoli in high school, man. I had the Vans, long
the
hair.
next gen.
Yeah, right.
The rebirth.
There's always a Spicoli.
Yeah.
So if you look at my yearbook, it's just Spicoli.
My high school quote was, "Am I supposed to choke like off weed?"
Yeah. So this somebody calls me and they go, hey man, I'm down at this coffee shop right now, and they got this Fast Times poster in the bathroom, and I think the dude that owns it was in Fast Times. And I go, no.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah. So he goes, give a call down. I think it's this dude, the ticket guy. So I call, dude, this is the funniest story. The guy picks up the phone. He's all, Bob's Coffee Shop, can I help you? And I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
Because it was the fucking guy's voice.
Yeah.
And I go, is this Robert Romanus? And he goes, yes. And I go, oh, dude, I got to come down and talk to you. So I go down and talk to him. I get him on the podcast.
Nice.
Then he goes, we're doing an open mic. It's fun. All kinds of kids come down and practice. I go, I'm bringing Bill.
Yeah.
So I tell Bill goes, let's go down there right now.
I was fucking there.
Yeah. So we go down there, and he does a show, and everybody's losing their mind. Like, Bill's doing Bob's Coffee Shop?
I was like 1-2 years in. I'm like, what's he doing here with us?
Yeah.
This is the trenches.
Yeah.
This is not good.
And
that's
it
the
was
kind of guy he is.
amazing,
Yeah, it was
right?
so fun.
Yeah.
I remember he opened he's like, look at you, brand new comic, so full of hope.
Yeah.
You'll see.
Yeah.
Half of us are dead or quit.
Yeah.
He was right.
Yeah.
I persevered, baby.
Everybody quits.
Yeah.
Like from your,
Yeah. I don't know him anymore.
I mean, there's like 5, 6 people when I started. It was Gerard Carmichael, Willie Hunter, Benji, Melissa Villasenora.
Nice. I love Melissa.
Hinchcliffe. Who else was there? Tony Baker.
I love Tony Baker. First time I featured was for him at Sal's Comedy Hole.
Yeah. And then
I did
Jamar Neighbors.
Oh, my first open mic I ever was at, Jamar Malachi Neighbors was there.
Yeah.
Of the first open mic I ever did, Josh Adam Myers and Jamar Malachi Neighbors. What's up with the 3 comic names? They're the only ones that did it, and
Yeah,
they're
right.
still here.
Yeah.
And Ty Rivera.
Yeah.
I remember those 3 dudes.
Oh, yeah, Ty. And then
Ed Greer was there.
but there were hundreds of other people.
Yeah.
And
fucking thousands, bro.
Once in a while, you run into one at like a grocery store, and they're like, "You still doing it?"
No.
No.
They're always sad when they say
I'm
no.
same here because I know how fucking hard it is.
Yeah. Yeah. A funeral or a wedding or a grocery store. And then like,
Yeah. Career quit is like, ooh,
yeah.
God, I know. I feel for that guy. LA grinds the fuck out of people.
That's what Ari Shaffir was saying in an old podcast interview. He's like, do you know how many people were funnier than me
Yeah.
that just quit because it's
yeah.
so hard? It's so awful,
Yeah.
especially LA. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm not joking. They were homeless people at open mics all the
yeah.
time. Not once in a while, almost every time. You're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's the knuckle chewer again. Oh, just close your eyes, Craig. You're next.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you got in the system pretty quick because you got past 4 years in.
3 years in.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but you know what happened was, since I started at 44, I had already partied. I don't play video games or anything. So when I got on stage,
you went to work.
I was like, oh, fuck, I love this.
Yeah.
And at that time, there was no one at the Comedy Store. I mean, no one.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I came a couple years later, and it was still a little bit of no one.
Yeah.
And then Tommy got fired, and then we know what happened. Adam came in, Brenton Biddlecombe came in,
Yep.
and then it just went straight up like a rocket ship.
Well, there
It
was
crazy.
so many, things that happened to make that store
Yeah.
the behemoth. It was like Ari shot a special in there.
Rogan.
Marin was killing it and talking about the store every week on his podcast. Gerard Carmichael shot a special in there. Then Rogan came back. But also the massive amount of podcasting that started to explode and the Netflix invasion. So it was a perfect storm. It
Yeah.
wasn't. People are like, what
It was
was
everything.
it? Yeah, it wasn't one thing. It was comedy was coming.
Biddlecombe needs a little more credit because he took over social media.
Totally.
And put that shit
Yeah.
down.
I used to take him on the road with me all the time,
Yeah.
man. And he figured out the social media hacks and started doing it. And that's another thing. I've been doing social media. A lot of people weren't doing
I
podcasts.
got my guy.
People weren't podcasting or social media back then at
Yeah.
all. I was like on it because I had no other way to tell people. And you have to do it all if you don't have a manager, agent, or a team.
Social media is the internet and my fans and your little share fingers. I say it in every act. I
Yeah.
swear, and I would have none of this if it wasn't for y'all.
I'm putting my special out myself.
It's better, bro.
Yeah, so you can get it on Patreon on April 6th, and then YouTube April 17th. It's self-financed. I paid for the whole thing myself, so I'm gambling on myself. But I believe in this special so fucking much. I love it beyond what
Yeah.
it looks like. I love the material. It was a magic night, and I'm just keep going.
Yeah.
No agent,
Yeah, we'll provide all links too, and it comes out April 17th.
Yeah.
This will come out next Tuesday.
Yeah,
right?
great, because they
Yeah.
can get it on Patreon,
Yeah.
and they can just donate whatever they want.
Yeah.
Anything helps, man. Even
Yeah.
a fucking $1.
Yeah.
But don't do $1, do $5. I'll tell you a funny story.
you got $5.
Yeah.
Fucking
I have
support a local artist.
You're
not
gonna love this
Netflix.
one. I was just doing Vegas, the Comedy Cellar all weekend, and I have stickers, tons of stickers, and I just put them out and I say, just, donate whatever you want, take
I think I got stickers off you.
Yeah.
Because I did business cards and then I
gave you the guy, remember?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's great.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
I did. I forgot I asked.
I lay them all out, right? And then this lady goes, oh, stickers? I go, yeah, just donate whatever you want. She goes, okay, you take coins? I was like, come on,
Just
man.
take one.
That's what I said. I go, I don't want your fucking coins. It's going to catch me at TSA and fuck me up and I'm going to hate
You're
you.
like, hang on, is it quarters? Okay,
Yeah.
laundry.
Yeah.
It's
So-
nickels and pennies. Like, come on, lady.
But yeah, stickers. I hooked you up with the guy. I try to hook up any community. If they call me with any kind of, hey, who do you use for this or what do you do? Who's the person? I pass it on. I've had all the comics on my podcast in the early days when they were coming up. All of them, man.
I love hustlers. Game
Yeah.
recognized game. Anybody working hard towards the same goal at any level. I don't give a fuck. If you're a hustler, I respect you. And it's the pussyfooters, the people like...
Yeah.
like asking, how did you, get to work? What do you
Yeah.
mean, how?
Yeah.
Just copy your idols. Not verbatim, but you know what I mean? The structure of the business.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science. Who's winning? Go look at them. Okay, take notes.
Yeah.
That's it.
I love when they say I'm not really good at that. You are. I go, you think I was? I was 44.
Yeah.
You think I understand social
Yeah.
media? I'm not a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm fucking 44. Okay, I guess you edit this and then you fucking, the audio's a little,
My 6-year-old nephew is better than me at
Fuck yeah.
almost all electronics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just figure it out or you don't move to the next level.
Yeah. That's it,
man.
It's constant tinkering and playing with the puzzle pieces, and as soon as you get to the next level, you're like, wow, and you're like, oh, there's another one.
Yeah.
Oh, I've made it a Delta Comfort Plus. There's first class. Oh, you make it a first class. Oh, there's Delta 1? What the fuck? Okay, Bert Kreischer, come
Delta
on, man.
1's the best.
That's crazy.
I
never
did
done
some
it.
private, and they go, we booked your flight, and it was Delta 1. And so you're getting on the plane, and the people go to the right, and they go, oh, no, you're over here. And it's a whole area of beds.
Yeah.
It's like all beds. And
I
you go,
visited it, and they showed it to me. And they
Yeah.
go, okay, get back over there. My buddy works for Delta. He's executive chef at the lounge. He's like, hey, check this out.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's this?
Yep.
So I just got to the lounge. I was like, there's a better lounge?
Yeah.
There's a lounge behind the lounge. There's always another door.
Yeah,
And then behind that, there's Jay-Z or something.
Whoa.
I'm kidding. Hey. We'll edit that part out.
Yeah.
It gets higher up. It gets weird.
Well, you got the fucking
leave Jay-Z.
Illuminati.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, there's Illuminati. And it's like, you don't need to name something. It's just fucking rich and then richer and then
weird rich.
and then wealthy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
No, wealthy people are cool. There's an upper thing where you're like,
There's Montana rich. There's like some resort up there where all
Yeah.
these billionaires go.
Yeah.
And they just fucking snowboard and
Yeah.
helicopter around. That shit is crazy.
just take a helicopter to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uber helicopter. Hassan Ahmad has a genius bit. He's like, who has enough money for a helicopter, but also needs money to make off their helicopter?
Yeah.
Uber helicopter. It's only in Dubai, of course.
I'm parting this out.
Can you imagine that? Like, my helicopter. God, that's insane.
It is.
I just got into watches, not fancy ones.
Oh.
Fucking Casio, baby. Look at that beefcake.
Yeah, man.
Start making a little money.
Today's the watch drops. Once a year, there's a show called Watches and Wonders in Switzerland, where all the big watch companies, Rolex, AP, Patek, Tudor, all of them.
You're the guy I should hit up. This guy's got information.
Oh, man.
I do want an investment watch. Not to bring up Jay-Z in a positive light. He got like a $4 million watch, and I was watching videos on that watch. They said the next day he could have sold it for like $8 or $9 million.
Yeah.
Because it is not, you cannot get it. And I was like, double your money in a day?
But
That's all I see.
It takes
But I
so
can't
long to
afford
get to
watch.
that one.
Yet.
It takes so long to get there.
Yeah.
Because it's like Ferrari or something where you got to buy 80 of these watches before they open this door. And then you get on some list.
There's a watch club.
Oh,
There's
dude.
a watch club behind the. This
Delta
is
One
bullshit. I'm
watch.
sticking with Casio. Fuck you, fucking I love that shit. I love any hustle in any capacity. I want laundromats. I want.
Laundromats is God. Parking lots and laundromats.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yep.
That's all I want. There's no
They
employees.
don't fail.
Nope.
I watch YouTube all day, and they have like 80% success rate.
Yeah.
Where restaurants have like 20% success
I
rate.
would never open a restaurant.
No.
Parking lot. My buddy had an apartment building in San Francisco. And then when the earthquake came, they had to, everybody was out because it fucked it up. He just tore it down and went parking lot. And he goes, no more squatting tenants.
Yeah.
No more broken pipes. No more missed rents.
Yeah.
It's just a parking lot.
Tracking them down, evicting them. And in
Yeah.
California, they have squatters' rights.
Say
What?
6 months.
What is
Yeah.
squatters? So you get to break and enter, and then
Yeah.
you have a right?
Fuck that.
Fuck
Dude,
you,
I just
Newsom,
saw,
Bass,
Oh, man.
Burn.
I fucking hate them both.
Yeah.
I just saw a clip of this family in Riverside. They hired a nanny, and after 2 weeks, a live-in nanny, she stopped working, and she's just in her room, and they can't get her out because of a law. That's
insane.
Insane.
That is insane. She's ruining that child.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean? Imagine the trauma. Like, this lady won't leave. Like, you
Oh.
got to be nice to her.
That's when fireworks come around.
Yeah.
Fireworks come in.
I put crickets in her room.
Yeah.
Can't
Scorpions.
sleep. Can't sleep now, Rosalita.
How
That's
about some?
fucked up.
How about some scorpions? Hey, that's racist.
I know.
Rosalita,
I'm Mexican.
she was
I'm
white.
Mexican. Was she?
Yeah. Can you believe it?
I'm getting canceled by my own people.
Yeah. There's Craig's clip this week.
Wow. Well, no wonder she did it. She's a white devil.
Oh, white devil.
I switched it up.
Yeah.
Fuck them. No.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You doing Moon Tower this year?
Yeah.
So am I. What night you there?
Cap City, Monday, Tuesday. Fly straight from London, bro.
Damn.
I'm doing a whole European tour straight to Moon Tower.
I'm doing it the 17th and 18th with Joey Diaz. We'll be at the Paramount
my
Theater.
God, no.
I wish you were there. It'd be great.
I would come hang. I love Joey.
Yeah,
He's
fuck
like,
He really helped me
he's
too.
my hero, bro.
That guy helped me a lot, man, early on. And talk about someone like my age. I'm going to be 60 next year. I think he's like 62. But, he'll call you in the middle of the night and be like, how's it going? I go, oh, man, just trying to get some fucking spots. Fuck that, dog. You let him know who the boss is.
Yeah.
Tell him to lick your balls.
Yeah.
Get in there.
He's like the most gangster motivational
yeah,
speaker.
he is.
I tapped into his shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm inspired by him. I love him. I remember hosting a Comedy Store main room a lot, and he would be like, hey, Tarzan, how you doing?
Yeah.
And he was cool, bro, and I never got super close with him, but I am close enough to where he did message me. I told you, Chris, I ran into him in Tennessee at a cheesecake factory, bro.
Whoa.
Not a club.
Right. Now.
I'm getting salmon at the bar with my buddy Joe, Abu Shaker.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that looks like Joey Diaz. I'm like, that is. And I go say hi, and I didn't even know if he remembered me. He remembered me. He's like, what's up, Tarzan?
Yeah.
He gave me a hug. He messaged me later. He's like, I'm proud of you. You out here headlining. And I nearly damn cried, bro.
Oh.
To think, you know what I mean?
He's great, man.
Yeah.
The store has some serious family. The store, oh my God, man.
Yeah.
Oh no, this isn't live, but I think it's George Perez's birthday today.
Oh, what's up, my boy?
Yeah,
I love George.
What's up, fool?
George is the fucking man. I'll get him on here. I scheduled him twice. He flaked twice, so I stopped scheduling.
damn.
I'm not supposed to say that. I love you, George.
Oh,
It's all right. I still get him
Is
back. It's
that's
all
another
love.
edit, right?
No, we'll leave it in. I'll still get him on. That's no
Yeah,
bad blood.
yeah.
I just shouldn't have said that.
I got stoned with Joey once. I hadn't been stoned in years, and I got stoned with Joey once on the podcast. He goes, make sure you Uber over, cocksucker. You're going to get high.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, let's do it. Because I stopped smoking weed because I would forget my bits,
Yeah.
I mean, big time. Short-term memory gone,
No, I cannot. I do it at the end of the night.
Right.
I have to keep it sharp up there.
So I go over to his podcast studio, and we smoke this stuff, weed, 24 karat gold, I think it was called. And I took a couple hits, and Joe, I could see him over there like, uh-oh,
Yeah.
And Joey doesn't fuck around, man. It's like
No, it's
18 edibles.
2,000
Yeah.
milligram.
Yeah.
You're like, how about 20?
Soldier. So we're smoking it. And so we're watching rock videos on the podcast and we're just riffing on them. And I'm like, oh, yeah, there. And then, man, it hit me like a snake bit me.
Yeah.
I was just talking, yeah.
That's a good one. I'm taking that. Hit me like a snake. Baby.
Yeah, so I'm like this for like 20 minutes, and I can hear him and Lee talking in my headphones, but I can't say shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, and then after like 20 minutes, I kind of come out of it, and I'm like, Joe Montana was the all-time best. I don't give a fuck what you guys are saying. I just joined back in it, and Joey goes, and he's back, ladies and gentlemen. Dude, it's on YouTube. It's one of the fuck... That somebody screenshot it, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
like dead in a leather jacket.
Oh, fuck that. Yeah, that guy's next level.
Oh, man.
And I got stories and stories and stories. And then you meet a man like that. You're like, I got no stories.
Yeah, right.
Like I'm like, oh, I had firecrackers. Like, I kidnapped the guy with the machine gun.
Yeah.
14 years in the pen. Then he wouldn't come to my show. And you're like, what? Well, yeah. He does it in his act. He's like, oh, yeah, I forgot I kidnapped him. I wouldn't want to go either.
Yeah. He's a great human. There's been some great people that have helped me. Ari Shaffir was the first guy ever to put me on a podcast down at the store, kind of a little bit legitimized me. Like, Ari's like, all right, you're working your ass off. I'm putting you on the podcast. Early on, Skeptic Tank.
He helped me out so much, and he doesn't even know because there's a 7-hour YouTube video, Advice to Young Comics, that I watched when I was like a year or two in. I watched it like so many times. Thank God, because I don't read the books. Anyways, I downloaded that information. It's valuable. It's probably still valuable to this day, even though it was like 14 years ago.
Yeah.
Hormos Rashidi, I believe, recorded it with him, and it's invaluable to brand new comics. And then I got JFL New Faces, and then he took us out to lunch and gamed me up. But this is early on. Like, you don't remember the guys, but then when they stick out, oh, you were,
Yeah.
And then cut to, he needs to run his set for taping or something. And I'm headlining Comedy Store Main Room, sold that bitch out twice in 6 months. That's crazy, dude.
That is crazy,
That
dude.
is fucking
That's
crazy.
awesome.
I sold out 4 belly rooms and 2 main rooms on my name. Months out. It's insane, bro. I'm not bragging. It's literally like...
it's fucking
like
something you talk about.
Yeah.
Man, it's so hard to sell tickets.
So
you know how many people go like, I'll catch you next time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Your family, your whole family.
So go ahead.
So he asked to hop on my shows. I'm like, oh, of course. So bumped my buddy off. Hey, sorry, buddy. I got Ari. And then cut to like 3 weeks later, he sold out his main room show, of course. And then he asked me to open for him, and I was like, hell yeah. And then Eric Abrams was there, and they're doing a storytelling show, and now I got to get them some footage from San Jose, actually, as I speak of it. And I might be on his shit.
That's fucking great, man.
Yeah.
He is a great dude. Dude, that guy, so early on. There's guys at the store. There's a weird thing at the store with me where I just have this thing where I feel like no one likes me. You know, like you're walking around like, because that was like their...
It's a high school.
Yeah, it's quickie.
Always.
It's a quickie, and then you're trying to find your way for years, like, oh, hey, and somebody will come up and start telling you, oh, hi.
Yeah, nicest guy ever. I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Earl Skackles shook my hand once when I was an open micer, and I love him till the day I die.
Yeah,
because I was just standing on the wall like,
you start to get, like you're talking. I started talking to Joey, or next thing you know, I'm talking to Marin or Burr or anybody, and then it starts to be like people see your work ethic, and they're like, oh, all right,
he's not a visitor.
He's not a bullshit.
I understand it now. There's a guard up for a reason.
Totally.
Fuck visitors. We don't got time.
No.
It's fine that you're visiting, but don't try to latch on to Mark Maron. And he's like, bro.
Time bandits.
Like, yeah.
At first I used to give everybody advice. And, I'd go, you got to do this. You got to get up every day. You got to social media. You got to write every day. You got to get on stage. And then they just look at you like, fuck that. And they walk away. And they don't listen to anything you say because they want like an easy backdoor.
They're like, I want Burr to green light me. You haven't put in the work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it took like 8 years to get a handshake from Neil Brennan, and it was because I got an applaud break on a tough crowd as a host, and he's like, "Good job." And I was like, it never felt better. Like that's what you guys don't get. There's such honor in being able to sit in the bucket seats in the back of the original room at the Comedy Store, which is
Nothing like
illegal.
that.
You have to be paid regular.
Yeah.
It's rules of this shit.
Yep.
And like to finally get it and then sit there. And now I'm next to Neil, but it's different, you know?
It's so wild when
cool.
you get there. No one tells you the rules.
Yeah.
It's a lot like when they cancel a word. Like when I was growing up, it was stewardess. And then they're like, it's flight attendant. And you're like, well, no one told me.
Yeah.
Like-
I've been saying that for 15 years.
Just do a press release.
Yeah.
For now on, we're flight attendants. So you go, stewardess, excuse me. And they go, it's flight attendant. And you're like, oh, sorry. I got no problem changing. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And that's how the store is. You kind of show up and you're sitting in the back bucket seat watching, and they come over, what the fuck are you
Get out
doing
of
in
there.
this seat? You don't know.
I knew the rules, thank God.
I didn't because I was brand new
Yeah.
like the first couple
I
weeks.
was like, I ain't getting yelled at.
Yeah. You only know the rules because somebody would
Yeah,
tell
because
you.
I saw it happen.
Right. But when I started, there was 9 people at the store, and I was like, "There's no one sitting here.
What's
Who
the
cares?"
problem?
Yeah, right. They're like, you want to fucking go? You know?
Ban you, bro.
Oh my god, it's crazy.
That shit, just earning it. It feels good.
Oh, dude, I can't even tell you. It's the proudest moment of my life when they painted my name on that wall. I've done a lot of shit in my life, and there's nothing. The honor of being a paid regular at the store and the Comedy Cellar in New York there's just nothing.
I believe that is the highlight of my career, other than Bill Burr, knowing who I am, thinking I'm funny, and doing my podcast, is Burr and the name on the wall.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, dude,
There's a lot of other stuff, but those are like the ones that
Yeah.
stand above.
I didn't even bother telling all the highlights with Burr. You know, those
Yeah.
are so monumental to me. It's, it's, if it all ended tomorrow, I'd be like, every day I wake up and go, oh shit, I got a gig. Cool. But if it all ended tomorrow, I'd be like, yeah, well, I did it for 16 years, 6,000 shows. I did the Garden. I did the Bowl. I did LA Forum. I sold out a cave and shot a special.
Yeah. He did the fucking dance, baby.
Yeah, I headlined every A club in America. And, I feel like, this is just a dream come true. And
To give reference to how grateful, like what helps me, is we get caught in the keep going. What's
course,
next? Let's go.
course.
Okay, shot special. What's next? It's like, oh, it never ends. But this is a good and bad way to think that most people in 1 year we've done more than most people have done in a lifetime.
Totally.
And I'm not knocking it because there was years I did absolutely nothing.
Right.
And then this year's crazy. But like to give reference, it's like some people don't leave their towns.
they don't leave the towns.
Like, go swing
Yeah.
the bat, folks. Who
Yeah.
cares if you fail? At least you tried. Like the great Jim Carrey said, my father failed at something he didn't love doing.
Yeah.
And it taught me to, I'm going to do what I love. So what if I fail? Because it can happen as an accountant. And I need a good accountant. That's a good job. But I'm just saying, like, people take the safe route. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Go. It's hard no matter what. It's
Yeah.
hard to do the corporate route. Just go do it.
You're going to fail, but if you love what you do, it's not a failure. You're just getting up each day. That's why I always like when someone will come on with some negative thing in a comment. I'm like, dude, I've been on stage 41 years.
Yeah.
You think anything you say is going to bother me? Like, I would have stopped the first week when people go, you stink.
Yeah.
Your first week.
Yeah.
Nothing, because there's so many people out there that I make happy and laugh and like my podcast that there's just no stopping.
And like the great Cat Williams said, the haters gonna hate. That's what they do. They hate up, baby.
Yeah.
They never hate down.
Yeah.
They hate up.
It's true.
It is fucking true.
You know, when you get to a level and you get some haters, you're like, oh, fuck, I'm doing
I
good.
did it.
I'm doing good. They either call you gay or a hack. That's my favorite. That guy's such a hack. It's like, yeah. That guy's gay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll take both those.
Yeah.
That means
I'm headlining, bitch.
I'm in the radar now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Years ago, you're dying for someone to say you're gay.
Yeah.
They're like, say I'm gay. Say I'm gay.
They won't even tell me I'm gay.
Yeah. I'm not even
Not
at that
there's
level.
anything wrong with that.
No, not at all. That's what I always write back. I go, oh, you're acting like that's some bad
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
you know, like you're gay.
Yeah.
Everybody knows you're gay. It's like so great. Like, what are you in 4th grade? You
Yeah.
know, you're gay.
I still say it's funny.
Oh, my
but
God.
not with hate. They say it with hate.
Oh yeah, they
This
say
is
that.
like great, you know.
Yeah.
That shit cracked. I had more questions and thoughts. My dang brain.
Bring it.
No, we're in the groove.
Yeah.
Now, it was stuff just like, because we're being very inspirational. Because people need this shit.
They do, man.
They fucking do.
They
and
do.
that's
There's
why I
so
keep
much
doing it.
negativity out there, dude.
These goddamn haters. It's gone it. Well, you got notes over there? What were you saying?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Sorry.
You son of a bitch, leave me hanging. I'm kidding. That's
Did you
my-
shoot a special yet?
No.
I thought you were shooting it at the Crest.
I did too.
And Bobby Lee was going to help you with it?
Yeah, no, he said he would finance it.
Yeah.
Half, and he's the man. Basically, a lot went wrong. I was
Yeah.
using an East Coast crew. It was during the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
It was stupid in that capacity. Logistics, flights, very expensive, very
course.
complicated. Also, the holidays.
Yep.
People were not there. His A team, I was using Jason Katz, who shoots
yeah.
everybody's
I know who he
specials.
is,
He's
yep.
great. Oh, yeah, we had a conversation
Yep.
about him. He just shot Rosebud Baker's special
Yeah,
on
he
Netflix.
did Ian Edwards is
Did
coming
Ian
out.
Edwards.
Yeah.
He's legit. There's nothing wrong with this guy. He's fantastic. He's just East Coast. It was Christmas. He didn't have his A team,
Right.
and it was very expensive. And it was one shot, one chance, one this.
Right.
And then I'm not a theater comic yet,
Right.
so I've done it like 4 times. And then I got signed to CAA, the biggest agency in the world, and they're like, pause this. I
Yeah.
mean, we'll still do the gig. We're just not going to shoot a special there.
course.
And then we'll wait till your name's worth more, and we'll sell this bitch to Netflix or HBO.
Yeah.
Or you do it on YouTube. And so we paused, and that's it, really. But I feel like in my soul, I need to shoot it this year. Actually, to bring up Ari Shafir again with his words of wisdom. I forgot if it was me opening for him or him opening for me. Not like that. Just
Yeah.
story,
yeah.
you know.
I get it. Yeah. On your
And-
show or his show?
Yeah, his show, my show. But he said, bro, you're already selling tickets and you're doing 8 clubs. You don't have to put out a special. Just make sure you do it right, because it's not. Most people put out specials to sell tickets.
Yeah.
You're already selling tickets. So just make sure it's good, because your special is more like, this is me.
That's it. Dave Attell told me the greatest thing. You know, I recorded 2 records in my career, one at the Comedy Works and one at the La Jolla Comedy Store. And I shelved both of them. One of them at the Comedy Works was incredible. The crowd was just too much. So it sounded fake. Like they were laughing at the setups.
Yeah.
I'd be like, man, I was just walking over here. He was walking over here.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
like, what the fuck? So I shelved that one. It was just there was no dynamics. It didn't feel real to me. And then the La Jolla one came out great, but as I listened to it, I felt like I was transitioning into a better comedian. And I was like, you know, I'm going to shelve this one too and keep working on it. Because Dave Attell, who's the master of knowledge in this business and a
One of the best ever to
killer
do it.
comedian.
Skanks for the memories. Thank you.
So he came up to me and he said, hey, man, I didn't do nothing for 15 years. And then I did Skanks for the Memories.
Yeah.
You know? He goes, remember, when you put shit out there, it's out there forever.
Yeah.
And some people will watch your first thing and it might not be that good and they'll never come back.
Yeah.
So I took that in. So by the time I shot my special,
It's so trimmed down.
oh man, it was, you know,
Yeah, I'm ready. My shit's lean, man.
oh, it was
Sold out crowd. Roll, baby.
Yeah, and
No pauses.
I'd done 6 weeks up to it, getting ready.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
at the-
so you're just
And
fucked.
at the last week, I found the perfect order, and I go, oh, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's go. Even Bill said, he goes, dude, like you're getting ready to shoot your first special, and you're not even asking me any questions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, I think I'm ready. You know?
Yeah.
Like 6,000 shows.
I asked him some great questions because he was getting ready to shoot his black and white special for Netflix. This was
Right.
maybe 7 years ago. And I was, because I was hosting Comedy Store Main Room. And I said, like, do you record your sets, listen to them, edit? And he's like, fuck no, man. he's like, you're funny, I'm funny. You got your stories. You know what happened. You get arrested. You go, papa. You know, like he said, I just do that shit.
Yeah.
And it made me feel so much better.
Yeah.
Because that's how I am. Yeah.
I never seen him write anything down.
Never.
or nothing. I
Yeah.
fly with him everywhere. I open for him and
He's
stuff.
like Biggie, where he just writes it in his head and
Yeah,
spits
man.
out the
It's
best verse
wild.
ever. What?
I record every show. I have everyone recorded. And what I like to do is when I'm on a long flight somewhere, I'll just go back like 4 years. I won't even look at the date or anything. I go, let's listen to this.
Yeah.
On my flight, and I'll listen and I go, oh, fuck, I forgot about that joke.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I'm doing this joke wrong.
Yeah.
You know, you're
you
like,
change it for the worse sometimes.
Sometimes.
You go, oh my God, it's way better that way.
Way better,
Yeah,
right?
I forgot I said that.
So that's what I do with the recordings, and also you write some stuff and you really like it and you shelve it for a while because you're working on other shit and you never go back to it.
Yeah.
And it's good.
Yeah.
And
sometimes your skills get better later down the line to where you can accurately do that bit.
right, you're way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bill once told me, he said, if you think it's funny. You just don't know how to tell it yet.
Yeah.
Which is great knowledge.
Yeah.
From Yoda. Burr,
Dude,
Bill
he's the
Yoda
goat.
Burr.
He discovered me through the internet. So I was emceeing at the Comedy Store. I must have done 8-10 shows with them, but you know, the big dogs come later. They never catch your set as
Yeah.
a host up top when the people are being sat.
Yeah, let me go for the whole night. Fuck that. Can you imagine being his
Yeah.
level? Let me go for this whole 19 comic show.
So he followed me, and I went like, what the fuck? When you get the notification, Bill Burr follows you on Instagram, and
Right.
then he stopped me in the hallway. He goes, hey, I didn't know you were funny. He's like, I see you around for years. I'm glad you're funny. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And he said, you're fucking weird, man.
You know what I always tell people? Bill helped me immensely, but he wouldn't have helped me if I wasn't working hard and grinding. And, over the years, I've probably done a couple hundred shows with him. But I always like to remind people, that's a couple hundred shows out of the 6,300 shows or
Yeah.
whatever I do. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he's helped me, but he wouldn't have helped me if I wasn't grinding. And he recognizes people's grind, like you
Yeah.
or me or other comedians, Joe Bartnick, guys that, Paul Verzi, these guys that are out grinding. And he's
Nate
not
Craig.
he's not one of
Bianca.
those fame hoarders.
Yeah.
He opens the door like an Adam Sandler and he goes, this is my crew. I love these guys. They're funny. And he doesn't take anybody soft out on the road. That's going to just be he wants to be challenged. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's on his toes and ready to go.
Yeah. He's the man, dude.
Yeah, he is.
I gotta ask a question. Who is fucking two sodas Kenny? Who's
Club Soda Kenny.
Club Soda Kenny.
Two sodas, Kenny. two soda, Kenny. That's great.
I met that guy in San Jose. I was like, this
Yeah.
guy's awesome. This
Yeah.
guy's like straight. He looks like one of Joey Diaz's old friends or something.
Yeah, that guy's a retired police, East Coast police officer.
Okay.
And that guy is he's been in comedy most of his life. He was on the, Opie and Anthony show for years. I didn't know who he was because I didn't listen to that show. I was West Coast like you. So, I didn't know about this Opie and Anthony
Yeah, I
show for
didn't
years.
either.
And it was all the comics made their bones on that show. And so he was on there and he started working for Dice. And he became Dice's like bodyguard. And, he was with Dice through the arenas and everything. So he has been in comedy most of his life. And now he is a serious tour manager. He's been Bill's tour manager for the last, 4 or 5 years. And also, he's a big fucking dude. So no
Yeah.
one's going to be coming at us at the airports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy's a protector.
But
I just met you, but I behave myself, sir.
What I like about him is if you're funny, he's going to tell you. And if you're not, he'll just move on.
He's East Coast.
Yeah. Well, also, he's been around the funniest dudes.
Yeah.
Jim Norton, fucking, killer.
Dice.
All
Burr.
those. And watching all those dudes early on, Bobby Kelly and, all the guys that were on those shows. So, and he's been a great, great fucking friend.
Yeah.
He lived at my house for 6 weeks in L.A. while Bill was shooting Old Dads because
Yeah.
he was working. So he lived at my house. So I had this Club Soda Kenny was my roommate. It was awesome, man. We were like two old dudes, living in this apartment.
It's so funny. Yeah, what a guy. I met that guy. I'm like, you got stories. I don't know who you are, but you got fucking stories, bro.
He's
kind of man that has one leather coat. That's it.
Yeah, he's big, too.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Great dude. I'm going to see him this week in New York. I'm going to New York to promote the special. I'm going to be on Ron Bennington. I'm doing Burr's podcast. All kinds of press,
Nice. I believe my son just got here, so we're going to wrap this up.
Hey, thanks for having me, dude.
No, yeah, I got two more good questions.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we pretty much covered it, but community service, the reason I called it, I talk good the whole set. We get towards the end, I go, any bad stories that change you for the better? But I think we covered it with diabetes and sugar and the car accident.
Yep.
Mine was the whole drug addict shit, get sober, get into stand-up, try to inspire the knuckleheads.
A lot of drugs back in the day.
Yeah.
You
made it.
Yeah, I made it, man.
He got out. That's the key ingredient. You got to get out.
You ever do too much blow and like your arm goes numb? You ever do that's scary shit. You start rubbing it.
Yeah.
I used to do a bit where you're rubbing it like it'll be okay. Like this works.
Yeah.
You're having like a small stroke.
There was a couple times I thought I was having a heart attack. And I was like, just ride it out, Craig.
Yeah,
Take a
ride it
NyQuil.
out.
Take a NyQuil.
Yeah, I would just power on the booze.
Yeah.
Everybody would give me the bottle. Dude, you got to fucking ride that out,
God damn.
Yeah, brutal.
Don't plant medicine, weed, mushy, yeah. Cocaine, no. Okay, now the final question. You got a good pooping in the pants story?
Everyone has a poop the pants story. If you don't have a poop the pants story, you're a liar.
Bill had a good one.
You're a liar.
He shit his sweats on a date with his wife.
I got a good one.
Nice.
So, the shitter shows up whenever you don't want it to show up. So I'm walking home from school and, it's 3 p.m. I live about a mile from the school and I'm walking. I go, oh no, shitter showed up.
Uh-oh.
So, you walk a few minutes and then you stop and you kind of try to ignore it and push it back in.
Yeah.
So I'm doing
You just cut it in half.
Oh, yeah. And you're just walking and you start sweating a little bit. You're like, oh, no, the shitter. So I'm walking, stop. I get to my house and there's a long way I lived in this apartment complex. There's a long way into it. And I go, I can't do that. And then there's a fence that you can hop and you're instantly in my complex.
No.
So I go, I'm going this route right here. So I get to the fence and I go, oh, I'm good. Look, I climb on the fence and when I throw my left leg over, everything comes out.
He shit the fence.
Dude, I'm on top of the fence like this. Look, just fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh my God.
And then I throw the other leg over and I just feel it coming down my jeans and I just slowly walk in the house. Just defeated. Fence shitter.
The ultimate humbleizer.
Oh,
you
my
shit
God.
on a fence. I never heard that one.
Shit on the fence, dude.
Just think, people put barbed wire. You don't need it on that fence. No one's hopping that.
Oh, dude. I never forgot it. As soon as the left leg went over, it all came out immediately. Oh, dude.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah, my buddy shit his pants at the drive-in on his first date.
Oh,
I never forgot this story. So he's at the drive-in. We had a drive-in in town, and everybody would go every Sunday. It was dollar night.
Yeah.
So it'd be packed with like kegs and people partying. No one watching the movie. Cujo played like 2 years there. So
It's a
you
great
take
movie.
you take your date there. So this guy, Jeff Sanders, he took his date to the drive-in, and they're there. And so she gets out to go to the snack bar, and he goes, I'm just going to pinch a fart. And he shits, right? So he goes, oh, no. So he goes he passes her into the snack bar, and he goes in, he tries to clean his pants and stuff. But he thinks it's clean, and he gets in the car, and he gets in his car, right? Now they're in the car watching the movie.
I'm going to roll down the window. It's winter. It's freezing.
Yeah.
Turn the heater on.
And it just smells like shit. So fast forward 5 years later, they get married.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we're at a party one night, and we're just talking, and she goes, hey, remember that time you shit your pants on our first date, right?
Yeah.
She never brought it up.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah. He just goes, yeah. She held that. She held that in
That's
her.
a good woman.
Yeah.
They're meant to be.
Yeah.
That's your ride or die.
Fucking
If
crazy.
she stays after the first date, fart, shit,
Ew.
wow.
Dude, can you imagine how'd the date go? I think he shit his pants.
His car smelled like shit.
Oh my God. He had a Fiat. Remember Fiats?
Yeah.
They're not around. Oh,
my
they might
God.
be, but
I always
Fiat.
say that as a joke. Shit your pants on a first date. I'm glad that man. it
Oh,
happened.
Jeff Sanders. Shout out to him.
Good man.
He's barely alive, but he's out there.
Well, much love, bro. Thank you for doing the show.
I love you, dude.
Well, I love
and,
you too.
We've known each other for years.
Yeah.
And,
hot decade at
it's
least.
fucking great to have friends like you. And congrats on your success. I'm the type of guy, anybody that makes it in this biz, I promote what's great, not what I hate. You know, that's
Yeah.
what I always say. Promote what's great, not what you hate. And I retweet
That's a good
people's
way.
clips, their tour dates and everything because I know how hard it is. So when I see you out there, I'm like, fuck yeah, that guy's doing it.
Thank you. Much
Yeah.
love and respect to you always. We'll
Yeah.
tag you in all things. Check out Dean Delray's new special. Check out his podcast, Let There Be Talk.
Yeah.
He's the man. Check him out at the Comedy Store and headlining on the road and opening for Burr.
DeanDelray.com, the website for all the dates and podcasts.
Check it out on Patreon. Throw him $5.
And come do my podcast anytime.
Oh, I would love to, bro.
yeah, I'm over
Thank
there
you.
in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and much love. Yeah, that's it. Namaste. That was some good poop stories, bro.
Do you got a fan? What are your fans called? Mine are Del Razors. You got a
We haven't Torpedo Gang.
Yeah.
Torpedo Gang.
Yeah, I'll tell you why. Though.
Okay, shout out to the Torpedo
One
Gang.
more quick clip. Torpedo. My family. We're poopers. We're shitters. We're pissers. We're
Yeah.
laughers. We're big. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
And what I'm getting at is the larger women in my family. They make ghetto tampons out of paper towels
Oh, yeah.
when they're in a pinch.
I know what you're talking
in
about.
the shape of a torpedo,
Yeah.
so we call them torpedoes.
Oh,
so they
shit.
put one in the front and the back to avoid skid marks and whatnot.
Yeah.
And in Las Vegas, one of the torpedoes was falling down my aunt's pant leg.
Oh.
She was wearing loose
Dropped
khaki.
it.
Yeah.
Dropped it
But
in the
she thinks
casino?
No, but she thinks it's like a bug or a thing. You know.
She forgot she had a
forgot.
torpedo.
So she starts screaming, kicking her leg, going, ah!
Oh, no.
And the torpedo flies out and hits the wall, slides down. And then we're like, we don't know you. And we all leave. So that's why the Torpedo Gang, because they're always like, tell the torpedo story. My fans will say that. Say that on stage. I'm like, it's more a podcast story.
Yeah.
It doesn't really work here.
Yeah.
And I usually do it and it grosses everybody out. And then it's
Yeah.
like, I told you it doesn't work. Much love, Torpedo Gang, Del Razors. God bless you all. Peace.